Digimon Digital Monsters, Digimon's are the champions.
Which is funny. Every time I hear the damn intro, I just hear it serious. Garler champions. Almost like someone's saying that bullshit right now.
But Galar's from Pokemon, not Digimon.
That's the one fucked up part. No, it's not. It's like no, it's not Galar. It's Garler. I'm hearing like Garler champion up in that bitch instead of R the champions. I don't fucking know.
Well, you don't know how to words.
Again, I really don't give a shit. I just watch Pokemon.
And get your Digi-waifus.
Again, I don't give a what anyone says. My two damn Digi-waifus are Ophanimon and Lilymon. Everyone else can go fuck themselves almost. Well, I will take Shikurimon. But again...
So, if you haven't figured, on my Switch, I got Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, and I've been playing that. And then I've been showing Jeff some of the evolutions, and he's like, what the fuck? And like some of the Digimon that I got, and he's like, wait, what?
Again...
Like, Sistermon, Blanc, and Seal.
Again, I've done...
which are just basically nun-type Vocaloids.
I've done my fucking homework on that. Yes, I do. It's like I planned on writing a Digimon story, and my two Digimon partners involved a Black Agumon and Black Gabumon. So you know where I'm going with that shit.
Those are actual Digimon though in that game.
I know. That's why I did my research online, and I know damn well it's like all blue hell that Cubimon should not be able to fucking evolve into Lilymon. It's like Lilymon. There's no way blue and hell that
or Gargomon going to War Growlmon.
Yeah. Someone fucked up and didn't watch the series.
Or they don't give a fuck about the series and they're saying flat out, I'm like, hey, let's just let them evolve into whatever or I'm like, whatever. They just have branching paths and shit. So, which kind of makes sense from the previous Digimon games. You could do that.
Or
I'm like, that was a thing from Digimon World 2 onward. That was a thing where you had branching evolution paths, and sometimes it didn't make sense.
Which is funny as hell because I never did get Zyos Wars and all that shit. Because I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
No, I'm talking about the games.
I'm talking about the anime because literally,
I'm like, I only watched the original anime. That was it.
What you're talking about and all that is actually a Digimon called Zyos, and it was kind of like where there's branching paths like that where. Instead of saying the Digimon name, it says Zyos 2 or Zyos 3. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So, it's funny as hell. He said he watched the original. If we actually grew up with Digimon, then you know O2 starts after the original. With, like, Davis and all them. And here's
I still remember back when Mom tried to boycott Digimon, of all things, because he saw, in the scene, it just showed a table, which was Matt's dad, at his house, and it had a pack of cigarettes on it because his dad smoked. Apparently that offended my mother. And thought, I'm like, this is not appropriate for children. I'm like...
Wait, hold on.
A show that has an adult who's of legal age and is a parent who smokes, and both my parents smoked at the time? God forbid! That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
So it didn't actually help knowing that we just saw a giant female angel called Angel Woman with the most skimpiest outfit ever in history, right? So,
God forbid she didn't see the fight between Angel Woman and Lady Devimon when all the male characters are like, I shouldn't be watching this, but I can't look away. Gee, I wonder why.
Cat fight.
Boobs. All we say is like. Tits! That's it!
Let's not forget that if you look at Lilymon's dress...
I haven't seen... I'd have to actually look this up. I haven't really seen Lilymon before.
Lilymon is pretty much the evolved form of Lady Devimon and all that shit. So if you look at her dress...
there is the Satanmon!
Yeah.
I remember that from Digimon World 3!
Look, if you look at her dress, nothing up here is nothing up covered, so you just see her tits. God forbid parents see that shit. That dress is too low. What the fuck is going on here?
Japan. They know exactly what they're doing.
Which is funny as hell because you were like, oh, I've seen the original. Yeah, Digimon Adventures 2 started after the original, and then you have Tamers, which is funny as hell because Digimon Adventures 2 is a cartoon over there. It's a fucking anime to them. It's an anime, and then someone says, oh yeah, someone actually made a joke. That'd be funny as hell. This is like, we're real, and someone else is pretty much actually, is like, we're gonna use cards and all that shit, making fun of Tamers. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Digibosses that use cards. They're like, they're working their way of life. No, what would be, is like, it was funny as hell. One of the cutscenes are like, what would be their even kicker? We're a cartoon to them. You can see the Tamers laughing at this shit, because it's obviously true. Not knowing that they're all in the general area, it's just, right when you get to Zyos and all that shit, they decided, let's have a massive crossover.
Yeah, I'm like, how's that? They're like, I can understand that because I remember from the original series when they crossed into the real world, and then we had Venom Myotismon, which basically attacked Tokyo and was fucking huge, and people were like, oh fuck! It was basically a kaiju attack.
Here's the funny part. That's not the first time that happened, because in Adventures 2, Metal Myotismon attacked, and everyone's wondering, what the hell is this? You see an Imperial Dramon just come out of nowhere. Is that a dragon? No, everyone's spot was, no, there's not a, they ignored the freaking bat-like Digimon, and just seen Imperial Dramon just like, oh my god, what the hell is that thing?
Godzilla!
Like, what the hell is that thing?
Godzilla!
That was the one thing they reacted to when they seen Imperial Dramon. They were like, what the hell is that thing? Then when they seen him transform into fighter mode, they were like, oh my god, what the hell is going on here?
It's a Gundam!
Like, what the hell is going on here?
Quick, get the Power Rangers!
We need to make a, you just seen two kids running, yelling out Imperial Dramon's name. Imperial Dramon, oh my god, is this a Megazord? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I actually name my Digimon in that, because I think it's dumb when you refer to them by what they are.
I think
because that's basically like saying, hey dog, talking to an actual dog, or, hey look, cat, that's my cat, his name is Cat. Or that's my rabbit. Or that's my rat.
Again.
It's like with Pokemon, where they do the same thing, and it irks me. I'm like, why do you not give them actual names to give them identity? To differentiate all the other ones from it?
That was funny as hell. Growing up, people did get confused with Digimon and Pokemon a little bit. Because of how it had Mon in the name. They're wondering, wait a minute, Digimon, you call it Agumon, Gobblemon, and all that shit. Why the fuck are we not calling it Pikachumon? They're like, wait, why is the hell in Digimon it's called Mon?
Why haven't we had an official crossover between the two yet? That would have been an awesome game.
Again?
No. We're not going to go with, like, show or anything like that. No, make that shit a fucking video game.
No, there's
Catch them all! Catch them all! Oh!
There's like fucking... I've seen fanfiction of that.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering, how the fuck is like, I'm questioning, like, how the fuck no one's actually questioning that a little kid just got into a freaking Royal Knight. Literally, no one's questioning that there's no Pokeball in sight. He's using a damn device, DNA Digivolves into this, and no one's questioning this shit. I'm like, so no one's questioning that he's absorbed into this Pokemon, right? No, someone's like, oh my god, is this a new form of Mega Evolution? No, motherfucker!
That was actually a manga series. It was Pokemon Burst, and the main character could actually transform.
That was the bullshit. I'm looking like, dude, wait. It was funny.
It was a dude who transformed into a hybrid form between that and a legendary Pokemon.
That was the fucked up part. He had a Digivice, and it was Takato.
No, this was Pokemon I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the fanfiction I just said. It was like Takato with Giyamon having a Digivice, no Pokemon. No one questions when he actually just freaking fuses into Galacmon. No one fucking questions this shit. I'm like, wait. No one's questioning that this kid just went into a Digimon, right? No one's questioning this shit. No one's questioning it. What the fuck, bro?
So we've been geeking out. Oh, and I found one of my favorite, or my favorite of a new Digimon. He's an old, he's from the very first series. I remember him, but just because of the description in the game, made me like, oh my god, this guy's awesome. That would be the Nanamon, the big red ball, or the big ball-shaped motherfucker that wears boots, gloves, has a goatee, and a pair of shades. And the description says he evolved from a monster that loved alcohol and violence. Basically, he's a fucking redneck.
I'm guessing this is where Primate came from. Wait, which came out first, Digimon or Pokemon? I believe Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon came out first in Japan. That was 95. That was 95. Digimon was 97.
I think this is why they got their version of him, because they took Primate, which if you look at it, Primate looks angry as fuck every day.
Except Nanamon's special move, he throws poop. Primate does not do that. Primate just punches you really, really hard.
No, he just pretty much gets on you and starts pummeling the shit out of you. That's what Primate does. He gets the fuck on you and starts pummeling the shit out of you.
Well, you have to be drunk to be able to consider tossing your own, or like having a move where you throw your own crap if you aren't crap yourself, like with Sukamon.
There's another.
Who is literally a giant bouncing pile of crap with arms.
There's another one that does that too. That I think it's like that slug Pokemon that does that.
Numamon?
Yeah, I believe they do that shit.
I have to check to see what his signature move is. It might be something different in Cyber Sleuth.
I do know for in the shell, though, they did sling poop. It was like, what the fuck? Okay.
I just remember in Digimon World 4, actually, be afraid of Sukamon, because they don't go down after one hit. They get back up, and then they can throw projectiles and shit at you, because Digimon World 4 was a dungeon crawler, and they attacked you in masse. That's also the one Digimon game I could never figure out how the evolution system worked. So I was like, fuck it. I'm a rookie going around killing Megas and Ultimates because I have a fucking sword. And I hit things with it until they die.
I found out once by accident. I don't know what the fuck I did. I literally looked away 1 minute and then it said, congratulations, you just Digivolved. I'm like, wait, what the fuck did I hit?
I'm like, because I remember the very first I'm like, I had originally had it for GameCube. And my brother had a file on it, and his best friend had a file on it, and his other best friend had a file on it. Each one of us was a different starter, Digimon. So my brother was Guilmon, I was Viamon. There was also there was Agumon, and then there was the fourth one, which I can't think of his name right now. It's the purple furry dragon thing with the red stone. You know what? I'm pulling out my Switch so I can look this up because I have him in Cyber Sleuth.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember his name.
Yeah, I'm looking up his name. Let me check my compendium.
Look, I know what the fuck you're talking about. I just don't.
Oh, I just got a notification.
Remember his name.
All right. Let me take a look. I'm looking through my compendium right now. Oh, there he is. Dorumon.
Oh yeah, okay.
Each one specialized in a different type of weapon. Or a different type of melee weapon in Digimon World 4, because it was the dungeon crawler with RPG physics, where you level up and you go through dungeons and shit.
I did it once. One time. Once.
Never figured out how the fuck it works. But then at that point in the game, I'm taking on mega levels, and I'm a rookie, but I have a fucking sword. So basically, I'm just like, I don't care if I'm a rookie, I'm still kicking your ass.
Again, we grew up with, like, shit that we loved. Kind of now, the only thing good about cartoons, the only thing good about, like, Teen Titans Go, which a lot of people say, oh, this is the best damn cartoons ever, like, no.
The movie where they've just basically, I'm like, childish kids are doing really adult shit, like Robin tossing, or going back in time, tossing Bruce's parents into the back alley to get brutally murdered so Bruce will become Batman, and while doing that, smiling at the camera with his thumbs up!
Also, Superman's planet, watching is like, literally Superman's planet.
As it's blowing up.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Again, the movie was awesome, and the only two specials I like were The Night Begins to Shine and Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans. That one, I shit you not, there was a crossover. I got to saw, like, the original Teen Titans and, like, frickin' Justice. It's like Young Justice. I was like, oh shit, okay, we're good now. I got to saw, like, Young
Justice. Of course, thinking of which, I'm just remembering the original cartoon of the Teen Titans, how they completely changed Tara's actual backstory to make her sympathetic.
Which in the final,
where the reason she's ironic, or like she only sided with Slade because, well, she doesn't know how to control her powers, and he was actually teaching her how to focus and shit like that, and was blackmailing her into him. It's not like in the comics where she was 13 and she was fucking Slade, and was just a complete psychopath.
Again, they changed a lot of stuff in the show because...
Not many people know. Originally, Slade or Deathstroke, or whatever the fuck you want to call him, back in the late 80s when Tara was first introduced, Slade was a pedophile. Not many people remember that.
Hell, even Beast Boy was kind of like horrified. He had a crush on her. Like, you can tell, Beast Boy was trying to talk her out of it. No, her...
Or he was Changeling at the time.
Yeah, but here's the funny part. When he became, or Changeling or Beast Boy and all that shit... Yeah, he tried to talk her, to say, you...
I just prefer to call him by his real name because it's funny. Because his first name is Garfield.
Pretty much.
His full name is Garfield Logan. So we have both a cat, a talking cat, and a psychotic X-Man.
Which is funny as hell if you look at, Robin's name. Either people use...
Dick Grayson.
Yeah, Richard Grayson or Dick Garrison.
You need a dick! Grayson, you need a dick, Grayson!
Which is funny as hell.
That was from the one manga-inspired one, which is in the future, and one of the Teen Titans in that one mimics the properties of past superheroes by downloading their personalities and stuff into his brain. And he was taking on this thing of Batman when he says you need a leader, basically saying because it was a new Teen Titans group, you need a Robin. He says, okay, it says to the current leader, who is a girl, he's the only guy in the group, says to the girls, you need a dick. And then you can see her face goes red, and he's like, after that, he's like, Grayson, you need a dick, Grayson! You need a Robin!
A boy wonder. Which is fucked up and interesting as hell, because if you look at, the comics you just said and all that shit, Slade is Deathstroke or Slade, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Slade is his actual name.
Yeah.
Deathstroke's is his code name.
Yeah, was a pedophile. Tara, literally,
Tara was a fucking monster in the comics.
Hell yeah, you had Beast Boy trying to talk to her. Her response was summon a big-ass rock.
She was a complete another psychopath with no actual concept of true emotions. Other than anything that just forwarded her own ends.
Literally, was about to crush, pretty much Beast Boy and all that shit, literally. He was trying to talk to her. Talk her out of this shit, see that she was good, but she was like, I'll show you good. Big ass fucking rock! Was about to kill his ass until Raven intervened and said, fuck you. So we all know, comics were interesting. And then you had
And of course, how fucked up Raven's backstory is. Your dad's basically Satan.
Pretty much. that either wants your power or pretty much wants to rule the world with you. Either case, he wants to control your ass. And
your dad's Satan.
Yeah, and the fucked up part is, in the comics, he also was comparing her to his mother. Literally, Trigon was always comparing Raven to her mother, saying, you have the exact beauty of your mother. I'm like, Trigon, that's your daughter, dude, what the fuck?
Well, he's Satan. You think he gives a shit?
Hell no, he's trying literally, that's why he wanted Raven's demon power, so she could submit to him. Yes, we're talking about the comics were fucked up, people. The comics were fucked up.
Well, Speedy was addicted to heroin.
True. Aqualad was a dick. You could tell. It's like you could tell, like his arrogance. Like he didn't give a shit if someone was injured. No, he was like, the mission comes first. We need to complete this bullshit. Like, dude, you were leaving a civilian who's asking you for help, dying, slowly dying. You're like, fuck this civilian. What the fuck? Again, the comics are fucked up. And then you had, like, the last cliffhanger of the original Teen Titans and all that shit. Where, like, Beast Boy was trying to ask Terra to come with her. Her response was, I'm just a girl with a geography test I didn't study for. And then you get the promise of Teen Titans Go Season 6 coming out.
Which never happened.
Yeah, Teen Titans Season 6. Coming soon. They're like, oh, we don't... It's like, there's nothing you don't promise. Like, there's nothing that Cartoon Network doesn't promise and doesn't deliver on. Teen Titans Season 6, coming soon. Eventually. Eventually. In the year 2040.
We'll all be dead by then.
Pretty much! Our freaking... It's like, look, our great-great-great-grandchildren are going to be wondering, what the fuck is this bullshit?
So how's your week been? Because we need to actually...
Busy as hell.
This next week's going to be murder on me because of what I have to do. I've already agreed to it, so there's no backing out now.
What did you do? Agree to?
I already had to do it for one day this past week, which was to help my landlord disassemble a bunch of shelves and load them up into the back of a trailer. He said it was going to be easy money and an easy job. I'm like, because I told him because of the day when he made me promise that. I'm like, I just did a scrap job like a day or two before that, and he was like, yeah, this is going to be easier than that. I just need your help all day for this. Okay, fine. Cool. All right, I'll see you next Wednesday at 3 a.m. What? I'll see you next Wednesday at 3 a.m. Be ready at 3 a.m. in the morning. You're funny. I'm not joking. We have to drive out 2 hours to a place. And I want to be back before, and I want to be out the place by 2.
So, if you have to drive 2 hours, you're free to going to either Rancho or some bullshit over there.
We went to Michigan.
Oh, no. Yeah, shit, yeah, okay. Let's do it. 3 hours.
We went to this place where he had bought a bunch of shelving units in a warehouse that are intended to hold up pallets of shit. Each one of these is like 2 stories tall. And we get to disassemble them in a fucking hot-ass warehouse where we have to wear pants and gloves and safety glasses and a mask.
Sucks to be you. It totally sucks to be you, bro.
I was out the door at 3 a.m. I didn't get home until 7 o'clock that night.
Well, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It would have been sooner than that, but then his truck broke down on the way home twice.
How'd it break down?
It's a stick shift, and the thing popped out of place, and he had to reseat it multiple times.
Wait. You're saying that his clutch popped out?
Yes.
Oh, shit, that's easy to fix, dude.
Yeah, but he had to do it twice. And the second time took longer. Otherwise, it would have been home by 4. Instead of 7.
That you have to do a construction of.
So he wants to do it again next week, starting Tuesday. Which I have to be out the door at 4 at least this time, so I get a little bit more sleep. But we're going to be doing it Tuesday, and we're not going to get back until Friday.
Well, judging my work schedule, because of the fact someone probably called off Wednesday, I'm going to be working Monday. My only off day is Tuesday. So
yeah, my only off day for this week is tomorrow.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Until Saturday. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean I'm lucky? I have to do this. Your job's easy. You get to drive around and sit down and do shit. You're not disassembling massive amounts of metal, hauling them off to a from a hot freaking warehouse to outside, and each of these parts requires multiple people to pick up.
No, but I am carrying heavy-ass truck rims that actually that carries multiple people to pick up. I'm literally driving pallets of this shit, dude. 6 and 7, and guess what? Since I'm the only guy there, guess who gets to unload them when I get to the place? And guess who gets to take them? Me. So you wanna know something funny though? Rims that are the size of this damn chair. That weigh almost half a ton. And it literally causes causes the damn suspension to do this.
People can't see that.
All the way down, it's like literally if you see a car, look at a lowrider. I'm talking about the damn bumper to the ground. Yeah. None of the other people when I get to the shop help me. They just look at me and I have to do this myself. So, don't you dare complain about this shit. And the fucked up part is, I don't take the expressway. I will never take the expressway because I'm not risking my life because some jackasses don't know how to drive. Yes, I'm talking to you, America. It's like half of you don't know how to drive.
We're going to be staying at a hotel while we're down
Well, at least you're staying at a hotel, damn it.
Yeah, at least. But we have to do it every single day.
Okay.
But the plus side is, for the rest of the week, I don't have to be up at that insane hour.
So it's just 4.
Well, no, I would have to be up at like around 6-ish. Because we'd be heading over there by 7, I think.
Again, I've gotten up early as hell before, dude.
Still!
I've gotten up early as hell and I've driven 2.5 hours. And guess where the fuck I went? I went to Champaign, Illinois. So imagine me getting up at like 4 in the damn morning.
I'm like, last week I had to get up at 2:30 because I had to be out at the door at 3.
Again,
That's not being up at 3, being out the fucking door at 3.
Again, we've all got...
That night, I slept for 10 hours straight.
I slept for 2 hours straight. I didn't sleep for 10 hours.
I did. When I got home at 7, I was up till like 8:30ish. Fell asleep before 9, and then didn't get up until like 7 the next morning.
That sounds like a good day, but again, my first job decided to say, go fuck myself, because I did a run, didn't get home until like 11:30, and guess what fucking time I had to be up? And it's like, I had to be up around like 1 in the morning just to actually learn how to transfer some shit over. So yeah, I didn't sleep that whole entire day, and had to do a run. Again, all the way out to Champaign, Illinois, finally got home, and then finally got back and had to do the other run. So again, for like 2 whole damn days straight, I did not almost sleep at all. Did not sleep at all.
That sucks.
I know. So you talking about getting up at 3, dude? Get up. It's like trying to do my schedule on my first day at my job until they decided we're just going to have you either on a warehouse or doing another run. Because I knew literally they were like, oh, okay, we're going to see how you can check things in. So I got home at 11:30. Had to be there at 1. Didn't even get like an hour of fucking sleep. Because damn fucking lumbar lets you take fucking time.
I'm sorry, that's illegal. Okay. Right there. You mandatory for most jobs. I'm like, between shifts, it is required by law, you're given at least 12 hours between shifts.
Again, this is a job that really didn't give a shit at the time. So, this is if it's inner circle, so you think people would give a shit? No, this is the inner circle of, you can get away with some shit, and it's like they will turn the other way. I can damn well guarantee you, because the first minute any of the inner circle got into an accident, no one heard about it. First minute I pretty much did some shit fucked up, everyone fucking heard about it. Again, you think people give a shit about illegal means? No. If it means they can make more profit, you can go fuck yourself. That's what pretty much it was. I didn't even get like an hour of sleep. I slept in my car when I went back to my job. I had to wake up at 1 with them knocking on my fucking window. I'm like, I'm about ready to kill somebody now. Worst part is, I have to drive to Champaign and I'm fucking almost nodding out on the road.
I would have told him flat out. I'm like, no, screw you. I'm sleep deprived right now. Or I'm like, it's mandatory you give me at least a minimum. Because it's the law.
I took the law in my own fucking hands. I pretty much pulled over in the rest area. It's like I pulled over in the rest area for like fucking when I was halfway there. Finished with half my route and said, fuck this noise. I went to sleep for 3 hours. I got to call like 6 calls on my cell phone, blah, blah, blah. We need a truck back. Where are you at? Blah, this. I'm like, well, I'm caught in fucking construction. There was a fucking accident. I just lied. I went right back to sleep. Did not give 2 shits. I finished my whole entire route, took 3 hours of sleep, brought the damn truck back, went the fuck home. Told them to go fuck themselves. They're like, oh, we got someone running that run. Good, go fuck yourself. I'm going home. I was like, okay. It was like, oh yeah, you're going to have to do that run. They're like, oh, we found someone to do that run. Good, I'm going home. Fuck yourself.
I'm not dealing with that shit.
I got in my car. Next thing you know, all you seen was a blue bird, my Taurus going down the street saying, fuck you all. I went home, slept until like fucking 6 in the morning. I was like, I need a better job. So, after I crashed the last vehicle, I lied saying I was going to fucking school. I got the fuck out of there. Lied saying I was going to school. But yeah, fucked up again. Who gives a shit? And left before I could fix the vehicle, so I was like, fuck it. Then I got my second job selling fucking vacuums. That sucked ass.
Now, when you said they sucked ass, did you... now I have this idea of...
It can. Let me explain. If you've seen a Kirby... Yeah.
Just get one of those things with the hose, and you're just shoving it up your asshole, and it sucks the shit out of you.
I shit you not. A Kirby could
literally sucking ass.
Again, a Kirby could have fucking done that. That shit, it was like that vacuum was so fucking powerful. It actually lifts up the curtain, so it's like the fucking carpet. It lifts up the whole fucking carpet itself. And gets underneath the whole damn carpet, getting the dirt. So I'm like, oh, it fucking goes.
Now the $1 million question is, did you stick your dick in it?
No.
You didn't pull a doofy from Scary Movie?
No. Again, I'm not a virgin. I've been inside real pussy. I've had the real thing. I don't practice on vacuum cleaners. Johnny boy, now my $1 million question. Have you fucking done it?
Actually, no. Surprisingly enough.
Why the fuck are you blushing then? Why the fuck are you blushing then, huh, son?
How can you tell it's dark in here?
Okay,
and besides, the reason why my skin's red is because I'm sunburned as shit!
Again, no.
Because I don't have any melanin in my skin, mister, I'm a black man!
Damn right. And don't you fucking forget it, son.
Oh, I saw a chick a couple days ago at the store. She had a face mask on that said Black Lives Matter and it was all in bling. He's like, she just put a bunch of rhinestones on it so it would spell out Black Lives Matter. What kind of shit is that?
Society's going to hell anyway.
Yeah, everything's gone down the toilet.
It kind of has, and I'm kind of wondering if I was being president. Don't make me president, because
no, the first thing you do as president is you would immediately step out and say, "My fellow Americans, drop trowel and say, this is my dick." Good day.
Try to impeach
No, or just even like, "My fellow Americans, penis."
No. Press conference. My fellow Americans, this is my dick. Try to impeach me now, motherfucker. Second order of business. If we don't stop this rioting, I'm just going to end this all. We all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Red button. Let's just stop the rioting and looting, please.
I'm hovering my dick over the red button, over the nuke button.
Okay.
I'm hovering. No, not even my finger. My dick. I'm going to fuck y'all to death.
Again, so let's just stop the rioting and looting, please. Before I decide red button and we all just go to hell now. I'll gladly take that fucking... It's like, I'll gladly take that plunge as, what the fuck just happened? The end of the world.
I touched the nuke button with my penis.
Again, gave it one hell of an orgasm because it blew every nuke we had. So again, let's just stop the rioting and the looting.
Let's go on to something more wholesome. How much of the candy you have left? For when we went to Albany's?
Let's see. Only the pacifiers. That's about it.
I already went through my gummies. But guess what I got last week from helping out at Hose Connections? They gave me a bag of a 5-pound bag of gummies. But there's a caveat with this, though. There was a problem with these gummies. You want to know what it was?
Gummies usually tell you?
No. No, that would actually be if that was the case, I would be taking pictures of that shit.
That would be funny as hell. You have a gummy bear that has gummy balls. A gummy vag.
Gummy pussies.
Oh god, I can just imagine. Mom, what the hell is this?
They told me to eat a bag of dicks.
Really? Host Connection told you to eat a bag? That's hilarious.
No. They were originally pineapple flavored gummy bears. I say that originally, as in the person who brought them in accidentally left them in his car. So they've melted together into this one gigantic pillow of solid gummy.
I shall call
and it cooled down, and it's cooled down, so it's one solid mass. And I'm like, okay, how the fuck am I gonna eat this?
One bite at a time, just one.
They told me flat out. I'm like, well, if you put it on the stove and turn up the heat a little bit, you can melt it down and reshape it as you will. That's too much work. Fuck that. I'll take a knife and cut off wedges or bite into it.
That's what I would do. I would just bite into that bitch. Fuck it. Oh yeah, good news. The big ass factory's open up.
Oh! Yay! Too bad we can't go right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because we're going to be busy all week.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I am going to be busy. It sucks. But my paycheck is going to look fucking phenomenal.
I did the first thing I haven't done in years this past week, though. I actually went in and paid my NIPSCO bill in cash instead of using my credit card.
First time for everything.
I haven't done that in a couple of years now.
Again, first time for everything. Cause like
where I would just credit it and then use the credit card and then pay that credit card off.
That's the smart option. That's how you raise your credit card. It's like credit score, people.
Well, I have a bit of usage on it already. But I've already paid more than almost double what the minimum payment would be this month.
I'm just going to ask, does half of the usage of your like freaking credit report actually show porn?
No, no, actually.
Been purchasing that shit. Like, I'm just going to...
You think I'm going to use my credit card shit online? No! You check the credit history, it's either food, which is very rare with the credit card, or exclusively NIPSCO.
You check my credit card history, you'll see food and nothing but porn.
Stuff from the Lion's Den?
I haven't been out there in a while.
Want to go? You have to think about it, huh?
Yeah, I'll go, but again, my car, I'm not putting that on expressway just yet. Not yet. I'm getting everything slowly fixed up on it, but again, it can't handle higher speeds. Yet. As in, you can tell when I get in my car, it like fucking rocks at 60, so I got to get that fixed. Then I'll be able to take a trip to Ohio going 80. Not giving a shit. Because I plan on speeding like a motherfucker. The one thing I'm glad, it got cruise control in that motherfucker too. Oh god, yes. I fucking love cruise control.
The way you're describing it, it sounds like you want to stick your dick in it.
No, the way I'm describing it is I used cruise control last time, coming from somewhere Angola, and yeah, let's just say I was watching porn on the dark side road of Laporte. I kind of did have...
You're not doing that while we're driving.
I'll let you really judge that. Again, during half the trip, you're asleep, so...
I just hope that the hotel they're going to be staying at has a fucking pool.
Or at least air-conditioned fucking rooms.
It's most likely going to have air-conditioned rooms, but I want to have a pool to actually, cool off after, like... That's the other thing I don't like about this. It's clear that those shelves have not been cleaned in God knows how long.
Years. Years. Since the company first opened up.
Yeah, one of the guys who I was helping, that George also had working with us, was saying, yeah, the reason when they're not making us they're making us wear masks is not because of COVID-19. It's because these haven't been watched in over a decade.
Since the company first opened up in 1967. That literally 1967. That was the first and only last time that those damn things are washed.
And they're basically hodgepodge together. Some of those frickin' shelving units.
That just tells you.
Apparently he bought like 25 racks of them.
Damn, George, what the hell do you plan on using that for?
Apparently for the warehouse.
I've seen your warehouse. Where the fuck are you gonna put that shit?
I don't know!
Again, I've seen the warehouse.
But he's getting it there so he can sort shit. And put everything on shelves.
Again, that's gonna be impossible knowing that you still have 2 cars sitting over there in the corner.
Yeah.
And then you got...
I don't know how the fuck he's gonna do it. I don't care. It's not my problem.
It's gonna be your problem when he asks you to build. He's gonna ask you to build this shit too. You did not just think of. It's like you literally did not think of that, did you? He's gonna also ask you to build this shit as well.
If I'm not home, he can't.
Oh, he's gonna call your ass. What you doing? Good, you ain't doing nothing. All right, we're gonna build some shit. Oh, fucking hell! And you know you can't ignore his call, motherfucker. You know you can't.
Fuck.
Sucks to be you.
Can we go back to talking about Digimon now?
Or Pokemon? What the fuck is gonna be the title of this shit? Digimon or Pokemon? What would you choose? Either Andrew Woman or Laponimon. It's like Laponi. Johnny Boy, question. Who would you choose between Renamon
and Braxton? We're going with foxes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've actually posted this question to Red Fox because I had posted a picture on his Discord where it had both busty versions of a Delphox and a Renamon next to each other, and he was like, and it says which one of us you want, and it had the text on it, which one of us you want. His response was Renamon, because Digimon are actually fully sentient. They can consent.
That and when she evolves into Shikuyamon, it's least human. Again, so...
Mr. I want to get psychic blowjobs from Gardevoir.
Again, I do want to get psychic blowjobs from Gardevoir, but also, I will pretty much gladly...
I've in Sword and Shield, since I had that week of free of Nintendo access to Nintendo Online, I've been doing lots and lots of trades. I got a bunch of routes! And a couple Gardevoirs. You want to know what the problem with them were, though?
What's that?
They were male.
So that means you got Gillards.
No. They were Gardevoirs.
But the male version of that shit.
Yeah, they were male Gardevoirs.
You don't want to. It's like you don't want to see a Futanari.
No. No. I don't want to see a dick other than my own.
Oh, shit.
Basically, they were sending out femboys. I don't swing that way, bro. Oh, speaking of which, that just reminded me.
Hold on. As General Akbar once says, it's a trap. It's a trap.
Admiral Akbar, but you just remind me of one of the cases in Digimon Cyber Sleuth. You have to investigate this dude's phone because for some reason it gets full of pictures of flowers and shit. Turns out there's a Lilymon inside of it because taking selfies of herself, and it just comes out as flowers because she had a crush on the dude who owns the phone. And then you find out, I'm like, well, I'll stop taking selfies, but I'm not leaving his phone because I'll start disconnecting calls if you start talking to other girls.
That is a red flag as a Yashari! Get the fuck out of it! Get a new phone!
No. And then you explain that to him, and like, it's a Digimon? Okay. She's gonna hang up if I start talking to girls? Alright, fine. It's not like that's gonna bother me anyway. I'm only in the dudes. You find out the dude's gay!
That's a middle finger to Lilymon! That is one giant middle finger to Lilymon! That's hilarious!
There are Digimon that fall for actual humans in this game.
Only to find out that they play for the other team.
No, one I just did earlier today was falling in love with this actual dude, and deeply cares about him, and then you find out it's actually a Digimon that cares about this one dude, but he doesn't even know that. He just thinks it's this high school girl named Athena.
You poor deluded bastard.
No, it's because she disguised herself as that.
Which is funny as hell.
But it's a female Digimon actually too.
Which is funny as hell.
Falling for a human.
Which is funny as hell because the real Athena is like she disguised herself as Athena, but the real Athena is like finds you repulsive. That's fucked up.
And she thinks when you're investigating this, she thinks you hacked his account because get sent out red flags, and like, how dare you take us apart? Then she finds out that the reason why you're actually there is because the dude's mom asked to investigate to make sure that this was an actual woman, an actual person, because the kid is shy.
That's a good mother right there. That is actually a good mother.
I'm gonna look up what this Digimon was. Because I have her listed. I can't Digivolve in her yet, so I don't have her in the compendium. I just have her silhouette, that meaning I've seen her at least once. Where is it?
Again, I'd rather have like an angel woman or a Lady Devimon actually saying that they are in love with me. Again, that's the only type of furry I would go, but
those are not furries, that's the thing.
Well, Ganamon is.
Okay, where is this bitch?
Where is
this bitch?
Watch your language, man. You're calling her a bitch. Don't you have any self-respect?
No! It says the furry here, so I can't find... Oh, there she is. Minervamon.
What the hell? What's she look like?
She's wearing a helmet.
I know, but...
All you can see is that's all you can see is the headshot. Wields a big fuck-off sword and shield. Once she's actually officially in my compendium, I can look it up and show you. Or we could just Google it later. I don't know.
I'm just gonna do that now. Okay.
Minervamon?
Yeah, let's see.
You just look that up real quick.
What the hell? It's like, who's that Digimon?
Minervamon, you just found it? Mm-hmm. Oh, just going straight to the wiki?
No, I'm going straight to photos. That's what she looks like.
Wields a big-ass sword and shield. Basically, she's an Amazon.
Yeah, pretty much. And she looks like a little. It's like she looks like a little girl too. Oh, here's the Okay, here's the version for that shit.
What?
Oh, she's on like Zion's horse. No wonder. That's Lilymon. That's what she looks like.
Well, it's not like I'm showing this on screen right now because I don't feel like doing that. That requires too much work.
But again, she's on Zayas War. That is. There's like a shit ton of Digi waifus. That's the fucked up part. Waifus on Digi. Again, man, you have an Amazonian legging you. Be proud. Just don't piss her off. If you know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Here. Okay. Here's Lilymon, and here's her evolve form. Right about there. So...
wears a different helmet, carries a bigger sword, and has bigger tits.
Pretty much, you have the preview Bessie version, and then you have the real Amazonian version.
With an even bigger sword.
So again, yeah, go for it, bro. Best thing to have is like an Amazonian in the corner.
I still find it funny that Lilymon has that one Lilymon has no idea that the dude's phone she's in ham is actually gay.
That's a middle finger. She's gonna listen to the conversation, wondering who the fuck is Chad. Who the fuck is Brian? Going to be reading some of the text.
Or she's secretly activating it, or activating the camera and watching it, and being like, I'm weirdly okay with this, because she's into Yaoi.
Almost all girls are I can't say it, I got a shiver going down my spine when that's just mentioned. Can't do it.
I think we have our title.
What's that?
Lilymon's into Yaoi.
Description. In the description.
Just play Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. You'll see what I mean.
No, in the description, it's kind of this. Almost every girl, and almost every girl in the description is a closet pervert.
Man, my throat. No, you're wondering what you're going to call this episode. I think we found our perfect title.
Which is kind of fucked up. We're totally fucked up. We are. I shit you not. We kind of are. It's just amazing that we turned out.
Boobs, 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 boobs.
And almost every girl is, every girl is secretly into yaoi. They just don't want to admit it. They're a closet pervert. Guys,
bullshit. I've seen girls at the college openly reading yaoi books. Or yaoi doujinshi books. I've seen it like in the sitting area, no less, where God and everyone can see him. And these chicks just didn't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, I know what it is. And you ask them, like, yeah, you got a problem with it?
You already know.
And I'm like, and the one girl in particular that I know of that did that, she had a boyfriend. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, you fantasize about having your boyfriend do some of this shit.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Literally, she's just telling him to call out some random guy's name. Call out Brian's name. What?
I want to know what you look like in this dress.
What? Like, wait, what? Babe,
here's a Victoria's Secret catalog. Pick out an outfit you like, because I'm going to make you wear it.
Oh my god. I would break my son in that one moment. Have your man card revoked.
I like to wear women's clothing. I like to wear women's clothing.
It's like your girlfriend's gonna beat the shit out of you if you don't wear this shit. Like, are you wearing my Victoria's Secret panties? Says it out in public, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Are you wearing the skirt? Dude! You wanna know what I saw at this college like about a year or two ago that made me go, wait, what the fuck?
What's that?
A dude wearing, like... This was a dude wearing, like, knee-high socks, a sailor fuku, shoes, and no pants! Just underwear!
Please, Lord, tell me.
No, he was not wearing anything covering his bottom or his bottom half of his body other than the tidy whities. And was wondering why everyone was staring at him.
In that one moment, if I saw that, you would have seen me in the corner heaving up my guts. I would have been puking up my guts.
It was also kind of apparent that he was a bit touched in the head, too.
Yeah, no shit. Like, no.
I'm like, where are your pants, bro? You're in public! In a place full of thousands of people!
That kind of...
That can see you!
No. In a place full of thousands of people, they kind of wish I didn't come to school this morning. That kind of fucked me over. What the fuck? I was not expecting that shit. So, let it be known, society's touched in the head, man. I think to frickin' blow everything up with a nuke plant is actually quite beneficial.
You know, we haven't even gone to the cesspit yet at all of this episode.
I know, we're trying to avoid that.
I don't feel like pulling my laptop out for that.
Again, with all the shit that we're talking about now, I'm kind of, I'm brave as hell, but again, I kind of want to make sure I can sleep at night at least. If you catch my drift, like, I at least want to make sure I can go to sleep at night without having nightmares of,
Or really confusing wet dreams.
Again. That I don't have to worry about. Because all I have to do in that moment is just watch porn. And all will be right within the world.
Just make sure there isn't a Lilymon hiding in your phone.
Again, that'd be funny as hell. Like, oh, so no wonder I have my calls drop. What the fuck? I almost blamed the network. I was like, damn it.
No, it's just this Digimon that wants to fuck me.
Only to turn out that the man in your dreams is gay.
She's too dumb to figure it out.
That's a middle finger. That's an absolute middle finger. Not knowing that the man that you're in love
I did that case yesterday, and when I read that, I immediately busted out laughing. Whoops!
That's funny as hell. You just don't realize the man that you're in love with.
And I just like how he's like, oh, she'll get jealous if I try to talk to any women. Okay, it's not like I have a problem with that anyway. I'm into guys.
Again, it's kind of funny as hell when you start reading the text messages. Who the fuck is Ryu? Who the fuck is Brian? And who the hell is Chad? Hey, last night was awesome when you rubbed oil all over my body and all that. Like, what the fuck?
No, or you just get it from her, it's just flat out like, why did I get to see that?
Damn him for forgetting his phone.
You should have recorded it, damn it. I at least want something.
Then we kind of wonder why the hell the phone would have short-circuited. What the hell is the sticky stuff on my phone? Why does it short-circuit?
Now it's only going to get awkward when she starts asking for dick pics.
You sure she hasn't already had it? Again, she kind of believes her is like her Prince Charming and all that, so you kind of believe she hasn't have already. Only to find out that, yeah, you're gonna, That'd be funny as hell. It was like, that'd be funny as hell. We go to a random girl, she's like in love with a guy, and he's like, oh yeah. Oh, you know that girl's like stalking you, right? I don't know why, I'm gay. Such a shame.
Guys, you just get some messages on his phone with a Digimon on the other end says, "Can I see your penis?"
Like, hey handsome, how you doing? Who the fuck is this? Oh, you remember me? No,
I'm like, oh, you're the Digimon that's in my phone?
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot that the Cyber Sleuth told me about that. I'm like, can I see your dick? What?
It's gonna be like a moment of, okay, but,
why?
Yeah, that's the question, why? Like, yeah. And then she's gonna pretty much fantasize about you while you're fantasizing about other guys. That's kind of fucked up if you look at it. She's like, oh my god, you're so handsome. Thanks. Slowly inching towards the guy. How you going? Like, how you doing, man? I saw you across the room. Do I know you?
We already established she's secretly okay with it.
Which will be sad knowing that she ain't getting none.
It's not like he could go into the phone anyway. He's not like the main character who has a half cyber body who could actually jump into electronics and shit.
Again, but you kind of do realize that she's gonna like want to manifest in the real world. When she finally sees him, he's gonna try to jump him, and he's gonna pull a Sasuke. Again, we can admit that Sasuke Uchiha's gay. I don't give a shit what I don't give a shit what Boruto or Next Generation says. No, that motherfucker's gay.
You want to know what's funny? Because I've seen hentai stuff where it says where the gay guy's like, but I only like dudes. Still gets a hot on for the hot chick, and then still nuts inside her. And he's like, I guess you're not gay now.
She pretty much she fucked the gayness out of her.
I'm like, that felt better than I expected.
Now, you ain't getting that same pleasure from there. Remember, a girl has 4 holes. No, a girl has multiple holes. The vagina is like the pussy, the ass, the breast, the mouth, the hands.
And if you're really kinky feet.
I was not even going to mention that.
Of course. But there's some motherfucker out there that would be. We're like,
no,
they didn't mention the feet!
No, there's some motherfucker also that said they didn't mention the armpit as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, what the fuck? Oh, man, I'm gonna fuck your hairy armpit. Oh, yeah.
Or we're gonna pull a Family Guy, or start doing ear sex. Once you go black, you go deaf.
Which is funny as hell. Yeah. The only thing I can see that would make another hole would be the inverted nipples. I've seen where they just fuck the breast. That's a hole on its own. Like, if you have poofy ass nipples, then I actually want to try that shit for some reason. Stick my dick up in there. It's almost like breast milk coming out, but yeah.
I think we're done.
Yeah,
I think we're done. I need water.
We're going on a tangent.
It's been over an hour.
Well, I think we're touched in the head ourselves. How the fuck did this go from like Digimon to gay Digimon to a gay guy fucking a hot chick and getting the gayness fucked out of him? If only that would work in real life, that'd be funny as hell. That'd be funny. Which is fucked up. I actually have a friend that's actually gay and all that, and I shit you not, I do protect them because people are not accepting when we were growing up. So I have protected him. I see that bastard as my brother. But he always has the hottest chick, is like pretty much fighting for his ass. I'm like, oh my god, dude. Fucking just go with one of these girls and have the gayness fucked out of you. kid's like, dude, no. I like men. I understand that, but seriously, I'm kind of jealous of your ass right about now.
If you really want something shoved up your ass while she's doing that, she can grab a big ass dildo to do it.
That was part of my suggestion. Again, I was like,
she can peg you.
Again, I'm slightly jealous because he has hot women always pretty much saying that he looks sexy. Like, always flocking to him, wanting to date him. No, I'm the heavyset guy. They pretty much won't even give the time of day to. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Alright, goodbye, everybody!
Okay, we're fucked up in the head, people. We're fucked in the head.
I think we're done.
Well, not as fucked up in the head as that Sailor Fuku guy. But still slightly fucked up in the head. Okay, now we're done. We can close on that segment.
Bye! Oh, you wanted to get the last word in?
Yeah. Remember, kids. Never wear a Sailor Fuku to school. If you do, at least,
please wear pants!
Or at least a long-ass skirt.
Remember to cover your nether regions!
Again, only in Japan does short miniskirts we find acceptable.
Not on guys.
Not on guys, not on women. I want to go to Japan now, because I actually want to go to a school where every girl wears short miniskirts. You're thinking about it, too. you're literally thinking about, let's get a fucking ticket to go to Japan. Let's enroll in, like, a freaking Japanese school that has nothing but girls there. Let's lie. It's like, let's lie and just say we didn't understand it, knowing that it just said girls' school. We looked up what the fuck girls' school looked like. Let's fucking do that shit, bro. That'd be a fucking adventure there. The only guys in a all-female school. Johnny boy, you'll be the most popular guy there. You'll be getting so much pussy.
You know, I've seen a hentai of that.
I know. What do you think? It's like, what do you think I want to see? It's like, hey, look, I see read a story about that in real life too. One guy going to a school with nothing but girls. I'm looking like, look, his head was down, looking like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. There's all girls. I'm looking like, oh my god, thank you, Jesus, my dreams come true.
I think we'll end on that.
Oh, girl school.